And at the moment we're talking to James Crane and Faye Mahoney from the Kent County Council Community Wardens about trading standards.
Yeah, indeed. I've been asked by a couple of people how I link in with training standards, and the thing to say about it is that both community wardens and training standards personnel are employees of Kent County Council. The training standards officers, they can be contacted directly, but they're often contacted via the community wardens, particularly if householders are unsure of their situation. Again, a lot of community wardens' time is devoted to advising householders of help which is available from training standards. And training standards are in place to ensure that the public are not taken advantage of by unscrupulous traders, and that quality of work done conforms to proper standards. Now, this could be anything from your measurements in pubs on the glasses, if they got the crown stamp on the side of the glass. If it says it's got a pint in that glass, it's stamped, then it's a pint going in there. Same as the measuring equipment going into fuel pumps. It's exactly the same thing. Training standards also look after building work to make sure that stuff is actually done correctly. People have had a fair price for what they've paid to have the work done. But unfortunately, a large problem facing householders is that of unsolicited cold calling. They're often not only goods and services offered are of poor quality, they can also be illegal. For example, if they're selling CDs or DVDs, they may be counterfeit or stolen. And materials for building work or laying drives, etc., are sometimes described as being surplus to requirements, or that they're left over from a job we are doing down the road. Now, this usually means that the stuff could be stolen, as companies who do the work that's being offered only order the supplies they need for that job, and very rarely have any leftovers. But even if the goods and materials are genuine, the actual work done in things like building maintenance, drive laying and gardening is often shoddy and of low quality. A genuine tradesman never needs to drum up trade by cold calling. They will always give an estimate and quotations in writing, and usually offer a written guarantee. And also names and addresses of satisfied customers will also be provided. Sometimes you've actually got websites which residents can go on to see previous work and see if the person that they're going to is actually worthwhile going to. So householders should actually be careful about paying deposits in advance of the work being done, because unscrupulous traders will sometimes take sizable deposits and then disappear without finishing the work. 3 things to remember is that, number 1, never buy from a cold caller. Number 2, if you're suspicious about anything, or you've got any suspicions regarding rogue traders or cold callers, whatever you want to call them, put them through the trading standards or your local community warden, and they will then do the reference for you. And so keep their contact numbers handy. And third of all, put a sign in your door or window saying that you never accept cold callers. This is normally enough for the person who's thinking of knocking not to actually do anything, as no matter how hard they try, you're not actually going to buy anything from them. But if you are nervous about people who have called at your property, let a friend or neighbour know straight away. If you can, try and write down a car or van number of the people offering the building work, and pay nothing in advance except a minimal deposit, and ensure that you are given contact details for the trader, and ensure you are given a returns policy. If you're unhappy with the work which has been completed, then normally you get a 7-day policy by which you can phone them up and say, I'm not happy with it, come back and change it, or undo the work you've done.
James, are there any promotions or events coming up?
There's a project which I've put together that's going to be taking place down in Leysdown and Warden. That will be taking place on the week commencing on the 15th of February, which is the half-term week. It's going to be bike marking for the residents of Leysdown and Warden, to ensure that the push bikes are marked in accordance, so that if the bike does get stolen, the police recover it, it can be returned quickly. Also at the event, I'm going to be handing out home security advice to residents, and also handing out ultraviolet marker pens for them to be able to mark their property. Again, and if in the event of theft, we'll be able to get a UV light over them, put out the details, return them to the person, and also be able to, if it comes to it, use the markings in a court case.
We're joined back with Faye. What useful contact details do you have for our listeners?
Yeah, we've got some contact details here. If anyone's got any issues or concerns in the Sheppey area. First of all, we have the Clean Kent campaign, and that's 0845 345 0210. And also their website address is www.cleankent.com. Again, that telephone number 0845 345 0210. We also have the Environment Agency contact details on 0871, it's 0870 850 6506. That's 0870 850 6506. Also Trading Standards telephone number on 08457 585 497. That's 08457 585 497. Also we have Kent Police on 01622 690 690. We also have Kent Police on 01795 477 055. We're also in emergency 999. We also have Crime Stoppers telephone number on 0800 555 111. That's 0800 555 111. Also the community wardens, the Leysdown and Warden community warden is 07977 981 992. Minster Swale, myself, Faye Mahoney, is on 07811 271 304. Also Sheerness West Warden is 077813 712 803. And this will be a good time for me to tell the listeners in Minster regarding the Minster Community Centre is on 01795 873 841. Thank you.
James and Faye, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along this evening and giving out all that useful information for us.